Okay, welcome you dungeon crawl fiends. It is I, Mark W, here for another episode of Old Games on a Weekday. And we're going to continue our series tonight of playing Fatal Labyrinth for the Sega Genesis. This is... Well, I've already kind of spoken quite a bit about this game and my history with it, but I'll do a quick recap. This is a game I never really liked back in the day, but I was excited at the prospect of playing a roguelike because I knew the genre. I don't know if I called it by that name, but I knew some of the classics like the original Rogue and NetHack and Moria and Angband, and I loved them, and the prospect of a 16-bit roguelike sounded awesome to me. And then long story short, I kind of was mostly disappointed by it because I was disappointed in the lack of, kitchen sinkiness that I found in other games like NetHack. All these crazy interactions you can do and all these, a million different commands, different actions. And I kind of dismissed the game for a long time. And more recently, I kind of warmed up to it again. I played it on a stream a few years ago. I was like, hey, this is actually not half bad. And now I'm trying to actually perhaps play through it live for the first time. And I've already gotten farther than I ever have before. I've died a lot. But this game is more forgiving than most roguelikes in the sense that you don't have permadeath. You can continue at checkpoints of every 5 levels. So I've died a bunch already. And you start at, well, you don't start at 0. You start at level 1. And you go every 5, 10, that's a new checkpoint. Every 5, 15, 20. And there's also 3 different sections. So basically 1 through 9 is like the first section of the map. And then 10, this is the most horrible diagram I've ever seen. 10 through 19 are the second. And then the third and final is beginning now at level 20. 20 to 30, I believe, is the final section. And each section is marked by different color tiles on the dungeon floor and different music. And as our regular on the channel, Mr. Stu of Stu's Game Reviews pointed out, the music in this game is so repetitive. He timed it in the second section of the dungeon. He timed it with a 9-second loop. And I think I just started this one and then I finished the stream last time, but I think he timed this same music loop that you're hearing right now. It's also 9 seconds. So just listen. Alright, that's it. That's the whole loop from when I said just listen to now. It's a 9-second loop. Right, so it's not terrible music, it's just quite repetitive. Anyway, let's try to get our heads in the game here. Let's recap stuff. I am on dungeon level 20, as we already talked about. That's what this is here. 20 out of 30. And again, every 5 levels, you get a chance to, you get a checkpoint, so you can respawn when you die there. So if I die right now, no big deal, basically. I am of level veteran. They don't give you the number of what level you're on, but you level up fairly frequently. I don't know what number I'm at, though. Maybe the manual will actually tell you. I'll pull that up again, which I had up last time. And let's see, in the lower, continuing to look at the stuff in the lower left, my hit points. I have a max hit points of 353. Current hit points of 221. There is a horrible thing that lowers your max hit points. What was that? It was one of the enemies I fought. It was the Medusa. I just had to think for a moment to remind myself. And I haven't played this in like 3 weeks, which is a lot less time than 30 years, which was kind of like the previous break, more or less. But yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself of a few details. It looks like the manual doesn't tell you all the different level names, but basically, I don't know. Maybe I'm roughly at character level 18 or something. Just hazard a guess. I am a veteran. That's all I know. Food is important in this game. I have 57, which is not bad. Once you hit 80, you start to move slow because you're overstuffed or something. So you have to be careful when you find food. It increments your food level by either 10, 20, or 30 randomly. As far as I can observe, it is equal chance of each, probably, roughly. So in other words, if I found some food right now, I'd have to say, well, there's about a 2/3 chance that it would give me 10 or 20, and therefore leaving me below 80, at which point I'm safe. But there's a 1/3 chance it would take me above 80, which would be problematic. And I have to like run around and let that food level wind down until I'm in the good zone again. But if I have to fight monsters while I'm slow due to being overstuffed, that would make me fight worse because I have half the number of actions. It's pretty terrible, actually. Here is my number of gold. I don't remember if this reset because I died recently, because it seems like an awfully round number, 200. What I think I did last time when I got to this level, you know, I was like really tired. It was like 12:30 at night or something, and I decided I'll just play this one level a little bit, and I died, and then I respawned on the same level because it's another, like I mentioned, every 5 levels is a checkpoint, and I am at 20. We have power and armor. Power is your attack power, basically, and armor is your defense. And those are the stats, but let's take a look at equipment. I think I hit A to look at that. Yeah. Just trying to remind myself of the stuff I have. I have a silver sword, which does 14 points worth. And it's worth reiterating, there's 3 different types of weapons. You have the swords, the spears, and the axes. The spears hit the most frequently, but do the least damage. The axes are the opposite. They do the most damage, but hit the least frequently. And the swords are the happy medium. Early on, I thought the battle axe was the bomb, because it just did so much damage, but I've kind of gravitated towards the balanced sword, and the silver sword is pretty good at that. Shuriken you can throw. Each one of these is a stack of, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of them, but it doesn't tell you how many are left, so I don't really know. I don't remember what I've used. Here's a heavy axe that I have not identified. But you can see the silver sword does 14 points. I could just wield this to see, but there is this concept of cursed weapons, so I don't know if I want to experiment. I can also just look up in the wiki I have up how much each kind of weapon does, how much damage each one does. What else? I'm generally not trying to get too spoilery with looking up stuff. But what else we got? Shields. I have a steel shield and a whole lot of steel shields. Right, I'm trying to follow this sort of principle of leaving one slot open in each category of equipment, by the way. That way, if I need to grab something in an urgent situation, like I'm being swarmed by monsters who are dangerous, I don't have to worry about shuffling things around, dropping one first, and, you know, putting that in a separate space, and then walking over to the new thing I want, the new item I want. So that's kind of the general rule I'm following, is to leave an empty slot. I mean, with this many redundant steel shields, I don't really see what the problem could be. I think I did encounter something that dissolves your shield, though. It was something that looked like an insect, but it wasn't an insect. I say an insect because they kind of reuse the sprites for these different enemies. And the low level one you find is sort of like, it looks like a coiled centipede, sort of. They call it an insect. But one of the higher level ones would destroy your shield, if I recall correctly. So it could be useful to actually hoard this many shields. I don't know about everything else, but. And for helmets, you can see the steel. I have steel again. It's better than the iron. For armor, we got scale. Worth 10. Chains worth 8, leather's worth 2. Alright, so we got some backups there as well. And as I get another armor, for example, I'll just drop the weakest one. Canes. Yeah, I've been trying to be more liberal about using my canes, because, I don't know, no point in saving magic items when you're dead, but I only have 2 right now. I have an anti-magic cane, which is quite useful. And when you use that, every monster on the entire level who does a magical effect, and those can be pretty devastating, gets their effect canceled, so that is good to have. It's actually a shame I only have 1. Hello, Mr. Ryan in the house. Welcome. Thanks for joining. And by the way, hello to Eric Johnson, who said hello in the chat. Eric always logs in before I start and says hello, which I appreciate. But sometimes I forget to say hello back verbally. So the green can, I don't know what it is. And I have the anti-magic. In potions, we have healing, which is great. And recover, which is great. Yeah, recover is a it's 2 in 1. It's a healing and a what is it, curing poison or something like that in one. So I have basically a whole lot of ways to heal. The healing potions themselves seem very rare, but these recovers are turning out to be more common, it feels like. So let me remind myself of the other effect it cures by looking it up. Recover. It's a combined heal and curse removal. Okay. And you can also throw every potion at the enemies. And if you throw this one, as the wiki mentions, if you throw a healing potion at the monster, it'll heal their HP. But the messages are kind of stupid. It says you begin to feel much better even though you throw it at the monster. All right, Ryan says, I'm eating breakfast for supper and watching my man Mark. Okay. What else we got here? Anyway, yellow, we don't know what yellow is. Purple is a power-up potion, which I think I remember deciding that there's no reason to actually save that. Excuse me. I have been, I'm recovering from a bit of a cold, by the way, which is why I put a pause on streaming for a bit. So apologies for random coughing and stuff I may do. I may need like sneeze breaks or nose blowing breaks, but oh well. Just to be gross. I guess what I'm getting at now is I might as well just drink the power up potion. I don't see why not. And you can see in the lower right, lower left, that is, I have 46 power. And as soon as I drink this, it should take me to 47. Yep, it did it. Let's continue looking at what we got. Scrolls, we got search scrolls, which I don't find to be too useful. It's possible they could be crazy useful at some point, but I haven't really found a great use for them yet. I guess if, just a hazard a guess, if the last level has a magic item I need to win the game, and if I could just search. What it does, by the way, it shows you where all the items are on the level in the dark areas, the fog of war, so to speak, that you haven't actually explored yet. So that could be useful. I just haven't found it great yet. Rust proof is good. That is again, I'm trying to jog my memory here. It does more than just cancel a rust effect, and I'm gonna look it up. I feel like things that I've figured out but have half-assed memory about are fair game for looking up. It prevents your equipment from being melted on the floor. That's right. So on the particular level you're on, there can be no melting your weapon effect, which is what I talked about before when I was looking at the shields. That was I was saying one of those kind of advanced bug-like guys would melt your shield, so that'll protect you from that, essentially. And Ryan said this may seem like a stupid question, but do you have a camera on a CRT TV, or does it just look like that? No, it just looks like that. I'm using a special, I guess you could call it a filter in my emulator to make it look like the good old days where you're playing on an old school CRT. So you have the curve effects, especially around the edges, and also you have the scan lines. There are some people in the emulation scenes who like really care about like getting this perfect. They might look at mine and say it's not good enough. I don't really care. It's just a fun little bonus in my view. All right, so what else we got here? We got a couple of rust proofs and another search. All right, so let's take a look at rings now. Now rings, most of them are actually things you throw at enemies, like, and that's like their entire purpose. Like the flame ring and lightning ring, they do damage. I have a power up ring on right now, which boosts my power somewhat. But we got flame, lightning, blizzard, food ring, and flame ring. Yeah, if I really want to min-max my character, I can explore using the food ring generally, so I consume food less, and then switch to the power ring as I encounter monsters. But I was trying that, and I would just simply forget to switch. So I don't know. Maybe if I'm in a real jam, I'll try to put on the food ring. And Ryan says, guys that do that look exactly like comic book guy. Okay. You were not using a proper CRT filter. You should be simulating more noise. I don't know. I don't even know what they would say. And Stu is here. Hello, Mr. Stu. Stu says, hi, Mark. I'm eating supper for breakfast. All right. I guess it's breakfast time in Stu's land. That's why he streams so late. Sometimes I get a notification like, I'm going to bed, and I see it's like 12:30, and Stu has started to stream. So I guess maybe 9 o'clock is morning for Stu. I'm only messing around. Yeah. So that's it. I got the food ring, another flame ring. Basically, I mostly throw rings at enemies, but there's some of them that provide a bonus for wearing. You would think it would be the other way around. Like maybe the odd occasional ring would be something you could throw and damage enemies with. I don't know. That's the game for you. These bows are interesting. They They suck damage-wise. But that's also because they're sort of really good otherwise. If they did a lot of damage, they would be amazing because you shoot from a distance. Each one has a whole bunch of arrows. Each individual bow has its own set of arrows. I don't know, something like 8 or 10. And they don't tell you how many you have. One trap you can fall into when using a bow is it unequips your shield, and if you don't remember to put it on again after you switch back to your sword or other melee weapon, then you'll run around forgetting to have a shield on for a while, basically, which is something that I do. And Stu says he met David Crane and Gary and Dan Kitchen. Oh, that's cool. Neat. Those are some classic Activision names, right? David Crane did Pitfall, among other games, I believe. That's pretty neat. Where'd you meet them, Stu? Some retro expo? Alright, so let's try to remember what I'm doing here. Yeah, I guess I probably might have pretty much explored the room that I'm in already, and I guess I'll head to the west, where the money bag and the sword are. My hit points are not close to the max right now. In other words, I could stand to be healing up a little bit. I don't remember what these guys do to me. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. Let's find out. The Grands. I think Stu made a joke about that last time. Oh, it's money. The money is fake. The monster money. It's a mimic. It's actually hurting me quite a bit. Oh my goodness. Mimic is dead. Okay. Is this sword going to be a ghost too? No. How do we pick up things again? Lightning sword. That sounds good. It's got to be better than silver, right? It's freaking lightning, man. Let's try it. Equipped with the lightning sword. How much damage does it do? It does 18. That's the power. Versus my silver sword is 14. That's a nice upgrade. So now I just have to dump something. To continue with my principle of leaving a slot open. Gotta go to discard. I guess I'll just dish the, I don't know, try it. Part of me likes to keep like one of each type. Sword, spear, and axe. But what are you gonna do? I don't know. Destroyed the glands. Exactly, Stu. Stu said I wanted to play Pitfall today, but I couldn't find my copy. I found like 100 2600 games, but not that one. Huh. Do you play 2600 on original hardware, Stu? I guess you're generally into original hardware, right? Heavy axe is kind of garbage by now. Oh, I guess I have one. I'll just dump the redundant one. So here's my food dilemma, my omnivore's dilemma. Now, this could take me up to, basically by my math that I don't know is 100% right, it can take me to either 66 1/3 chance, 76 1/3 chance, or 86 1/3 chance, and this would be over the limit, and it would make me slow. It wouldn't be that bad because I could walk it off after not a huge amount of time. I'm gonna risk it. Cool. So I'm at 66, which is not terrible. Okay. Stu says he has a heavy sixer among the Atari 2600. Sound doesn't work too well. I meant to recap it, but never got around to it. I also have a 7800. Cool. Pink cane. I got my pink cane. Pink cane E-Club. This is a hypnosis cane. Yeah, it puts enemies to sleep. This is probably a mimic again. Yep. Damn mimics. I do wonder if I should be using bows more. I think the mimics don't actually walk, so I could pick them off with bows, I guess, which I generally don't use a lot. They're like fixed to the floor, in other words, I think. Create a Medusa. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I handle these guys. They suck because they don't turn into stone as you might think, but they have multiple effects that suck, and one of them is they drain your max hit points, and that's not good because they don't come back. I mean, you get more every time you level up, but that's no fun, basically. So what do they attack from a distance? I'm gonna say this counts as something I should know, and that's fair game to look up because like I should know this. I'm a little rusty. Look at Medusa. They have darkness magic and they steal max HP. Yeah, but is it ranged? Do they have ranged attack? It looks like no. Well, maybe. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. This guide here, it says for some monsters they say ranged attack. For this one it doesn't, so I guess well, it's been Necromancer. This is the one I mean. Yeah, I guess they don't have range, so I guess I could try to shoot them from a distance. Maybe I should go the bow route. Let's try that. I mean, the bow does such little damage, but at least it has a lot of uses, unlike a cane or something. Alright, so let's try that. I'm going to switch them to a bow. And I'm going to try to back away. Now, they also... Let me show you another thing. Some monsters in this game will follow you through the hallways, and some do not. And this chart here actually tells you that in this column hall. So Medusas, they will follow you through the hallway. If they didn't, I could just pick them off. But I'm going to retreat through the hallway, and they'll follow me. And I'll have to melee them eventually, unless my bow does that much damage, which I don't think it will. I think I'll weaken them, but then I'll have to melee them anyway. Ryan says, I love the snake hair animation, and Stu says the green cane helps you walk. It's because I'm a crippled old man. I don't know about this plan I have. I have a bad feeling now. Because you actually have to spend... You have to face the direction you want to fire the bow as well, if I recall correctly. And so that might... I'll be running to the right, and then I have to spend one action just turning back to the left, which also makes me step one space to the left. Let's see how it works out. Worst case, you know, I died on this level. This is a checkpoint level. I died on this level. I don't have the elven bow. That was a better one, but I'm going to use a longbow. Did I do it wrong? Oh, you have to equip it, then use. That's right. Okay, I'm going to step away. Oh, it's pretty slow, it looks like. There's two of them, though. Well, I guess this is the best setup I can hope for right here. Well, unless I want to, like, lead them throughout the dungeon some more. So, I don't know. This is probably fine. Let's try it. I have no idea about the bow mechanics, so I don't know if my distance makes it harder to hit or not. I missed. Oh, they can shoot me from a distance. Okay, it didn't say range attack in the guide. This is a dumb strategy, then. I should just not be doing this. Or at least it was the darkness attack and not the max HP draining one. I mean, I could use the anti-magic. I wonder if it's worth doing. Like, part of me says I should save it for, like, a worse level, but it's like... Two Medusas, at least two Medusas, is sucky. I'm gonna lose max hit points if I don't do this. I'm gonna put it that way. And maybe I'll find some more. So let's do it. The monsters forgot all their magic. Now again, to reiterate, that makes all the monsters for the entire time I'm on this level have no magical effect that does anything. So I'm pretty much in the clear with these Medusas. I can just charge into them. I mean, they might like bite too or something, but that's minimal. I actually one-shotted it. Look at that. Maybe I'm just strong enough to go toe-to-toe with them. Look at that. I killed two of them in one shot. Maybe I don't even need to worry that much. With my new lightning sword. Unless I just got lucky, I don't know. How are these glances? I mean, granses are a pain. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die from this glands. Okay. Red potion. Is that a healing? I think it is. Yeah. That's good to have another healing. I mean, I don't know if there's any other monsters in this room because of the darkness effect. But you heal fairly quickly. If you look at my hit points in the lower left, you know, it goes up every like few steps by like a pretty decent chunk. So I don't really feel the need to urgently drink a healing potion at the moment. Here's another bow. I'll drop the short bow with the principle of keeping one slot open. There could be more to the left here. That's might be worth searching for. You can tell by the way the screen like scrolls, sort of. And Ryan said, I don't think I've ever seen a game with magic canes. Yeah, usually it would be a magic wand or a staff. Not sure why they went with canes, but it's the same difference, more or less. As I'm searching, I'm healing up. There we go. Now this game has two sort of timers that get you. There's the food, and also there's an unknown timer. Like, I don't see the number, but there's a clock that when it runs out, oh, this guy makes me hungry. That's right. When it runs out, all the monsters in the level respawn, and they're agitated, so it's actually quite nasty, unless you're like right by the stairs. So you can't really spend too much time resting because of that. And here we have another Medusa that I'm hoping I can one-shot again, but I'm fighting a Granz at the same time. see if I can one-shot it. Yeah! 3 one-shotting of Medusas in a row. That sounds good. And I just got silver armor. Pardon me. Once again, I am fighting a cold. I'm on the upswing. But I may have minor coughing fits here and there. Alright, so I'm gonna drop well, let me see what it does first, actually. Let's equip the silver armor. Look how shiny my guy is now. 16, whereas the scale was worth 10. That's a great upgrade, yeah. Let's drop the leather armor. Okay, we're looking shiny and fancy now. Looking like a true knight in shining armor, or a paladin, or whatever you want to call it. Is that the one I just dropped before? I think it is. Why am I don't think I finished exploring this room, actually. Sorry, I got disoriented like an idiot for a minute. Alright, that's actually the end of this section, probably. So let's check this out. Heavy axe, meh. It's very rare to find a room without any monsters. Fairly rare, I'll say. Trident, yes, drop it. Alright, so there's the stairs. Again, because I'm kind of a forgetful person, I like to verbally announce where the stairs are. Lower left-ish, I'll say. Then I can remember where to go back to. Lower left-ish. Or actually, where is it? I guess lower middle-ish? Lower middle, we'll say. Here's some potions and meat. Blue potion, can't carry anymore. Is it worth just drinking something? Or tossing something? I don't know what 2 of them are. I feel like, oh, you know what? I was keeping notes. I actually know what a couple of potions are, because when you die and respawn, the identified stuff becomes unidentified again, but there are, you can just keep track of it. They'll be consistent though, so I took some notes here and I'm reminding myself gray potion is hunger, blue is darkness, green is, I don't need to keep track of green anymore. I know what it is for good now. So I don't want to drink the blue one, darkness. But what does it do if I throw it at somebody? Would that actually help? I'm gonna take a look in the old wiki. I'm saying I'm only gonna look up things I've already figured out, but I'm too tempted to cheat right now. Because otherwise I'm just gonna drop them all. Okay, so it says it's called blinder, actually, not darkness. And if you throw it at them, it does slight damage to them. That doesn't sound very great. So I think I'll just drop that. But I don't know what yellow is, so maybe it's worth just drinking that. Yeah, I'll give it a chug. Here we go. Find a random bottle of unknown yellow liquid, and I go, yeah, sounds good to me, bro. Let's drink it. Your body feels like lead. Alright, I'm assuming that is a slowness, probably like the food when you're overstuffed. Slows you down for the rest of the floor. The enemies get 1 extra turn between your turns. Alright, so hopefully it doesn't... Did it say the rest of the floor? Yeah, the rest of the floor. Okay, I mean, I think I've mostly cleaned out this level, so... It's not the worst thing. Another blue. That's the darkness, right? I'll drop one of those. I could rationalize that if I eat the meat, you know, it's gonna have the same effect anyway, so... And I'm assuming it doesn't stack, so I can... Basically, I can be more risk tolerant about eating the meat. What did I just pick up? A helmet? Yeah, drop that chain helmet, that's garbage. Steel sword. Did I identify steel? Yeah, that's only worth 10. I'll drop that. One annoying thing about the menu is once you hit like equip or discard, you can't choose another action. You have to like exit the entire menu and then re-enter it. Okay, dropping the steel sword. Lurching forward. I'm gonna eat the food and get fat. Just like I do in real life. Yeah, I overate. Alright. I can't visually see any evidence that my guy's slowness has stacked, but it's possible, I guess. I guess if I ran into a monster and I saw it taking like quadruple the actions or something like that, then yeah. I think I'm basically done here. I'll just kind of waste time by the stairs. And then if the clock runs out, that makes everybody respawn. I can just run up the stairs. But I am pressing the A button fast to search a lot. You can notice my food number is slowly decrementing. Ryan says walk it off. Yeah, that's what I'm doing basically, but it's better to be right next to the stairs the whole time. So I'm just actually sitting here searching forever. Gotta be something here. Okay, one more food decrement, and then we can go. Let's do it. No monsters. Usually they throw you into a room with monsters right off the bat, which is hard. That can be the hardest part of this game, I think, so far. Is you just start a new level, you're in the middle of a big room, there's 5 monsters. What do these red ones do? Did I find them before? I feel like I have. The blue ones are called ice bars, which sounds like a delicious snack in your frozen food section. So it makes you feel like dancing, which is annoying. That's confusion. You move a random direction every time. Destroyed the Scarlet. I don't remember that name before, so I guess they're new to me. But I've definitely encountered enemies that confuse you. And I'm just holding the down arrow on my D-pad, and this is what's happening. Okay, if you recover, it's annoying. Alright, there's some money that's probably a mimic. Because money's pretty rare in this game. Let's try to shoot the money then. I knew it. Look how little damage it does though, and it misses a lot. I say it misses a lot like it's not my character's fault for being inept with a bow. And this is kind of slow and stupid, but the mimics can dish out decent damage, which is something I found. So I think it's a good use for a bow. Stu says I should find a flat screen Trinitron monitor. That'd be pretty cool. I think that's the one my brother had for a long time, and he like used it from like how long did he use that thing? He got it in like 91 or something, and continued using it for like I don't know, maybe 10 years. I think that's the one he had. That's Sony, right? Sony Trinitron. And Ryan says just like Gauntlet. What, shooting them? Huh, this is a true dead end, it appears. Got 3 grands. Well, they don't shoot, and I don't think they... Oh, they do shoot. They don't shoot, and I don't think they follow you through the hallway, so I could just park over there for a while. But yeah, it looks like they do shoot. Well, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I think these recent upgrades are actually quite nice. The lightning sword, the... What is it, silver armor? Thanks for clarifying. Stu said, yeah, CRT. Sony CRT. Got another Grands. What are they? You have to wonder where some of these names come from. Yes, now I'm a master. If you look in the bottom left, my veteran status has upgraded to master. Which again, I don't know what number level that is, but the 21 next to master is the dungeon level, not my character's level. Alright, so there's I got too many rings. Most of these damaged ones aren't doing a ton of damage at this point for me. Like, these monsters can handle them usually. I'll just dump one of them randomly. A black ring. Oh, it's a lightning again. Whatever. Very smooth grand, says Stu. Okay. In like Japanese console RPG type games, they always have these weird names of monsters. Like you play Final Fantasy and they'll like try to cram something. Like, say it's something like an Earth Elemental, they'll try to cram that into like 5 characters. It'll be like ELM. You're like, what? Elim? Alright, so we have another kind of flaming tree. Oh, this one moves. Wow. The last one didn't move. The Flowster? Flowster? The Flowster. That's like the name of my, my bidet toilet seat. It's called the Flowster. I recommend buying a Flowster, by the way. Shoot. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot every money bag I find from now on. Oh, I think that one ran out. That longbow ran out. You know what though? Since I got that upgrade, those 2 upgrades basically, I feel a lot more badass. So let me see how I actually fare in melee against these mimics. I might just be wasting arrows here. They're hard to hit somehow, but I took care of them okay. I see Stu is continuing the grand jokes in the chat. Alright, so we have the stairs in the, what is this, dead center-ish? Is there more to explore or not? Did I miss the cane? I didn't miss the cane. Blue cane. There's lightning, okay. Nothing here, huh? Oh. I did not check this area. Stairs in dead center-ish. Lightning sword again. I guess it's good to have a backup. I guess I'll drop a silver sword. I don't know, or the heavy axe. Let's drop the axe. If I could find an anti-magic cane on every level and just keep using them as I go, I would feel fantastic about my prospects. Now, what is this guy? This guy's new. He looks like a I don't know, is it like a robot mouse or something? Or a an early 2000s cable modem? Oh, it's a shark. Okay. Now I get it. It's got a fin. It's like Jaws, but it's swimming in the dungeon floor somehow. The floor shark, that's right. The floor shark does sound like the name of a robot vacuum. Got another blue cane, which was what again? Lightning, okay. Did I know what the green is? No, it's not in my notes. I don't know what green is. Stu says on the next level of the dungeon, I read you need to fight. Sorry, I tried to parse your sense. You need to fight Hallie Bars. Okay, got it. Sounds like a bad SNL sketch. Yeah. Green potion. That's the darkness, wasn't it? No, it's recover. I like these ones. I'm gonna drop the darkness. Actually, this is kind of a great stash of healing and recover I have at this point. For a while, I found it like impossible to get these. Heavy axe again. Meh. Big pile of meh. There needs to be a special button that just says drop the last thing you just picked up. If I could somehow macro this game. Oh, it's a ghost sword. It's a ghost car. Simpsons reference to bait Andy into chatting. It's a ghost car. Okay, that's it for the level, I guess. I'll just loop back to the stairs here. Did I say there was no secret door here before? Yeah. Kind of afraid my timer's gonna run out. Yes, this is a long loop. Alright, we're almost there. Here we are. Could there be something here? I feel like there almost could be. Should I have searched in that room above? I'm not gonna loop back though. Oh, there's that. Oh, the area I missed. Shoot. Alright, I'm gonna be stupid and hopefully not run out of time here. But there's meat, beautiful meat, and a scroll. And yeah, this could be worth it. And a sand shark again. I mean, a floor shark. Clean your floors with the floor shark. Pink scroll is strength up. This is one I've used before. Let me verify if it's a permanent kind of thing. Yeah, it gives you 1 armor point. I don't know why they call it strength. Let's do it. There's no reason not to. That's the cool thing about permanent upgrades in games. There's like no reason not to usually. It's a squirrel, Stu. A squirrel. Stop biting me, sand shark. Floor shark, whatever you are. Alright. Got another longbow to replace my garbage one that I expended. Another ghost sword. Another ghost car. Alright, now I think I can rev up the level probably. Do I want to get last minute meat? Oh, no, not at 66. I don't want to risk that. Level 22. Another shark. Ouch, does a lot of damage. Looks like an upgraded shark. No, it's just a floor shark. Pink scroll again. Wasn't that the armor again? Yeah, let's use it. 31 armor now. Not sure why I'm searching. Just feel like it. That's why I felt like searching. A long corridor. We're at the bottom here. Huh. Interesting. Interesting layout. We got some Granzes. Come here, Granz. Come here, Granny. Don't care about the heavy axe. Pink cane, which is hypnosis again. Okay, that's good. Can't carry any more rings. Drop a black, an orange. I already have an orange blizzard. Sure, fine. Money, that's probably a monster. Trident. Take that flouster. Drop the trident. Another pink cane, huh? The game really wants me to put some monsters to sleep, I guess. Oh, it's real money. Look at that. I have 230 now. Stu says he's gonna play this music at his next party. You know what? It wouldn't take up much space on your player. Just 9 seconds. At the highest quality, this would be like 100 kilobytes of music. Silver armor. Let's discard some old junky armor like chain. Get ready to fight the Grands. I already have silver shield, right? No, I don't. Oh. Yeah, we're upgrading our shield. Silver shield, which gives you 8 as opposed to the 6 of the steel. So an upgrade of 2. Once again, we're full on the rings. I should, yeah, I don't know why I'm not following my principle of keeping a slot open here for the rings. Black ring, do I know that one? Yes. I'll drop one of those, okay. I'm not sure if there's like some enemies who are more susceptible to like fire damage or whatever. There's nothing that indicates that to me. That could be something mentioned in the wiki. Eric says, reminds me of the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music loop. I can't imagine what that sounds like offhand. And then Ryan says very minimal stab animation. Yeah, it'd be cool if they had like multiple different animations for attacks. And like, I don't know. Or like at least when you use the axe, right? When you use the axe, it shows you stabbing with it as well, which is just silly looking. Blood sword. I don't know, that might be the curse. There's like a cursed item of everything, and usually they have an obvious name, like the evil helmet. I think this might be the cursed one, but I'm gonna cheat and look it up. Blood sword is cursed. Yep, no reason to use it. Okay. I mean, that would have been my guess. I already, kind of announced it before looking up. I feel like, why bother making myself suffer through the trial and error, sort of. Alright, so blood sword is dropped. That's how I rationalize my cheating. Remember Regis Philbin on that show? He was awesome. He was much better on that than Regis and Kathy Lee. Probably because I have memories of Regis and Kathy Lee being on when I was like homesick and my mom was putting that on. I'd be like, uh-oh. The alarm that awakens everybody. Okay. So this doesn't bring the dead enemies back, but it does make every still alive monster on the level come after me. How do I get over there actually? I should go there. Kind of annoying, the layout makes me have to waste a lot of turns. My wife actually was shoot, she's not in the chat, is she? She had a run-in with Regis Philbin and he was a jerk to her, I think. That's usually how celebrity stories go. Oh, we have a Scarlet in our midst and it's making me dance. I'm just holding the left arrow and I'm like walking around like a moron. I've recovered. Whew. Floor shark. I don't want to get too cocky, but right now, in terms of power level, I feel like I'm handling all the monsters just fine. There's definitely room for more powerful monsters to show up. And I will feel a little intimidated every time I find a Medusa. So I risked getting the food and it paid off. I have 64 now, well below the 80. Secret door, look at that. This level's interesting in this layout. It almost feels not procedurally generated, like it's a hand design level. Look at the way it's structured. It's like this spiral. Maybe this one is not actually randomly generated. Maybe some of them are not. Maybe the later levels are not. Alright. Uh-oh. Well, the respawn event happened. I found a skull lance right here. That's gonna be one of the bad ones. It's kind of obvious. They're all named like something like... It sounds like the name of a metal band or something. Like Skull Lance. I just checked in. Yeah, it's cursed. Alright, let's go up the stairs. Onward to level 23. Silver sword again. Chuck it. Scroll that's purple. Curse removal scroll. That sounds good to have on my person. I read in the wiki that all the alarms, like those red squares you step on that wake up all the monsters, those are all in fixed position. Now this robot here, I don't know what he is. I fought different lower level robots before, but this is a new one. So far it just seems to be shooting at me without doing any special effects. It does a pretty good deal of damage though. The Dune. The Dune? Okay. Shield. Silver I already have. Scar to steel. Oh. Take that Scarlet from G.I. Joe. Food. Oh, do I want to risk that? I don't know. Should I come back to it, perhaps? I guess I could do that. So food in the... Shoot. Am I close to the top left? I don't know. We'll say food in the top left-ish. Again, I like to announce the location of things, or I just completely forget. Mostly the stairs is what I like to announce. Lambada armor. I remember seeing that in the wiki last time and I was cracking up for like a minute straight. You know how this game calls dancing, like you feel like dancing when you're confused? It's armor that makes you confused, I'm like 99% sure. But I'm just gonna look it up to be sure. To even describe it. It's the cursed armor. I'm assuming it makes you dance. You do the lambada. Sorry, as funny as that is, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not gonna even keep it. Excuse me. Okay. Finding some strange little rooms lately. Green potion, which is... That's the recover, right? Wow, this is nice to have. I think in this case, I'm going to break my rule of keeping a slot open. That is good to have. All those heals and recovers. New ninja type. A white ninja. 4 damage isn't much. 15 is not really that much still. 6 damage, not much. 36 is a decent amount. 45 is a decent amount. Alright, Sasuke. Don't know what that means, but it's a leveled up ninja. Not really concerned about them. Red scroll is teleport. That sounds good to have. I'm trying to remember. I found something that teleported enemies away. Does this one teleport me or the enemies? So I will look that up to remind myself. Places you on in a random room on the floor. So it teleports you. So that's a great escape tool in any roguelike. Definitely want to keep that. I think I'll toss one of the searches. So far I've had 0 use for those. Could just be my play style, I don't know. I guess you could play in such a way that you just use a search scroll and just zero in on where all the objects are and pick them up and move on. But then you're not fighting all the monsters to level up, so I don't know if that's a good strategy. I'm searching these walls, but so far unsuccessfully. Oh, there we go. Now that actually wasn't a search just then. It's kind of weird. I had to like step right here before I could be clear that there was an opening here. It's weird. Sometimes you have to just like, I don't know. I feel like I should have already drawn that for me, but it didn't. Okay, I've got one of these blue fire trees. What are they called? Floasters? Can't carry any more potions because I was breaking my keep a slot free rule. I found a yellow pea again. That was a bad one, right? Yeah, slow. I'll just toss that. Can you throw those at opponents? I think I might have glanced at that before. I feel like even if you can, I don't know if it'll be worth it. It does slow them down by 1 move. Does that mean they miss 1 turn, or they miss like 1 move for every move you make? I don't know the answer to that. Just make me wonder if that would be good to save for, like, if there's like a big final boss. I don't even know if there is. My instinct is telling me to just go with the giant stash of heals and stuff, so I'm gonna keep going with that. Which was this guy? Oh, that was, sorry, that was the yellow. There we go. Where's that stair? Bottom right-ish? Ooh. Got a full house here, okay. This one is Danny Tanner. The red guy is Uncle Jesse in this full house. I don't know. Cool, leveled up to hero. I am a hero. I need a hero. Hero. So as you can see, these trees follow you through the hallway. And I am confused still. Confusion is really nasty. Excuse me. God, I'm gonna like accidentally walk up the stairs even. Cool, I killed Floaster. Trying to go left. If I go right next to the stairs, I'm just going to pass my turn until I recover. I just recovered. Alright, let's fight this. And there's something underneath. Yeah, the shield underneath this, which I think doesn't happen with objects. So I think that clearly identifies it as a mimic. Which is not a challenge to me anymore. Discard a spare or steel shield. Lightning sword. I don't know. I'm finding a million lightning swords. It's like, who cares? We'll toss one. Alright, what else have I not explored? There's some meat. Yeah, the confusion is kind of one of the worst things in this game, I guess. Notice that every time I step away, they get a free shot at me. So if I move up now, which is a result of the confusion, he gets a shot at me. See that? Now I move back down, he gets another shot. Back up, he gets another shot. Really, it makes your fighting much worse. Okay. Recovered. I guess I'll eat this meat because even if it gives me 30, I'll be at 79, which is right below the threshold. 69. All right. I'm gonna count the seconds until Stu makes a joke about 69. Did I already drop that one? Yeah, I did. All right. I don't know. Did I do everything? Where were those stairs? They're right there. Here we go. Stu said 68. Shoot, I neglected. Yeah, I neglected to announce where the stairs were, so I momentarily forgot, even though I kind of knew they were right there. All right, so I have to fight my way through a bunch of guys here. It should be doable. I just don't like the confusion this guy, this Scarlet might inflict on me. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of the worst thing that could probably happen at the moment. All right, let's see if we can take out this ninja without him shooting me too much. Oh god, no, don't go. No, come on. At least go towards the stairs. He stole money from me. Your load field lighter. Ugh. I guess I shouldn't be stingy with these potions. This will cure it, right? I think. Let's try it. Didn't feel much better. Definitely healed me a lot. Yeah, I can control my direction. That's seems like a good, appropriate use for it. I feel like I probably could have stuck it out. But why be a hero, even though my level is hero? Take that Sasuke. I think that's a ramen brand. Alright, let's take out these blue fire trees. I do risk being sandwiched between two of them, but I think it's okay. Oh boy. I might need another healing potion. Shit. Why are they taking so much more damage than it feels like they should be? Do I run for it or heal, or I'm gonna run for it. Keeping a close eye on my hit points as I go. I may even spend a couple of turns resting. Let's do it. All right, cool. Got out of there. Huh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I could run for the top right. I could just let them come to me and stand and fight. I could run to the left. I think that seems like the best bet, running to the left. Okay, there. Okay, maybe not. I mean, there could be a secret door. Honestly, it's better to be stuck in a corner than surrounded by like four sides, though. So maybe I'll just run to a corner, or I'll hope I can find a secret door, like right here or something. Okay, I'm already dancing. And being shot. This would actually suck to die right here because I'm at level 24, like kind of right, like just shy of a checkpoint. I could use a teleport scroll that'll put me in a random other room, which might not be better, but I'm kind of effed where I am, right? So I guess the choice between effed and random other place. It's better to go with random other place. So let's do that. Teleport. It's the same room, isn't it? But it's a better side of the room. Anyway, Ryan says good night. Thanks for the stream, Mark. So, yeah, thanks for joining, Ryan. I'll see you next time, and I'm sure I'll chat with you on Discord, etc. Yeah, so see you later, Ryan. Good night. Right, so I would feel good about this teleport if I was not confused right now. You know what? Let's just do it. Use another green potion. That's what they're for. And now I can run for my life into the corridor. And I can probably just take out one at a time, using standard roguelike techniques. It's unfortunate that I'm confused again, but I can deal. Cool beans. Let's explore the loot. No, I don't want to leave the room. I want to explore the loot. No, no, get back. Yes, yes. No, no. Okay, what's this armor? Silver again. Discard a chain, I guess. This armor is scale. I'll drop that. Axe is probably junk. Golden axe. Oh, that's one of the bad ones, despite the name sounding cool. That's like the only one that doesn't have like something evil in its name, like blood or death. The golden axe is one of the. It's basically the cursed axe. There's a cursed version of every single type. They all have a special name. Alright, so I wind up using a teleport scroll and a recover potion just there. I hope I can find more teleports, because that's always a lifesaver. Sorry, did I explore all the way here and to the left? Yeah, there was there was an option here. There was an opening here. Oh. We have a dune and a flowster. I keep thinking, what were they going with flowster? Were they trying to say flower, or like combine flower with something else? A flower monster is a flowster? Okay, nothing there. Another flowster. Another jerk who makes me confused. Oh. And our next level ninja. Oh, another one of those, okay. Come get me. Geez, that room was packed. I didn't even realize it. Blasters go through the tunnels we saw before, the hallways. The ninja doesn't, it seems like, so he's kind of in their way. Sasuke. Gotta keep an eye on those hit points. That's not great. All right. Pink cane, which again is what, anti-magic or hypnosis? Yeah. Still no green to show. I should probably, maybe I should use some of these pink canes. I'll hold on to it. Gray potion. Question mark, huh? I'll check my notes. Is that one I have actually identified? Yes, that's hunger. That doesn't really do any good, does it? You can throw it at a monster to take away some monster HP. It's actually called digest. It drops your food to 1. Jeez, that's terrible. It's not like, well, it's not like, you know, you lose 20 food. It drops it right to 1. Do I want to hold it to throw it? I guess for now, since I don't have an inventory problem with potions at the moment. Some more shuriken, sure. I don't know. I think having 4 shuriken is too much. It drops one of them. Red potion, that's heal, right? Cool. Do I want to eat? 10, I'm good. 20, I'm good. 30, I'm not. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, 20, perfect. So I'm just under 80 food, which is the threshold you have to worry about. Silver shield. Drop a steel. Another bow. Long bow again. The elven bow seems to be really rare. I'll drop one bow. A dune. Oof. Hey, Emily. Emily says, hello, friends. Man, I was really hoping this would be a David Bowie-themed Labyrinth game. No, not. We did do that once. When you co-hosted with me, briefly, years ago. We played a little bit of that Labyrinth adventure game. But yeah, this is basically the Sega version of NetHack, sort of. Although it actually has graphics instead of just a bunch of characters. All right. That was is it worth going back? Did I leave some meat? Top milk? I don't need meat. I'm gonna call this level basically done. But I'm gonna heal up right here. Mash my A button to pass turns. Watch my hit points go up. If the respawn events happens, I'll just leap up the stairs. And I'll be hitting the checkpoint, level 25, which I believe will be the final checkpoint before the end of the game, which is level 30. So we're getting close. And again, I've never beaten this game before. I've never gotten this far before, even. Yeah. Let's get out of here. Okay, once again, they throw us right into a room with a bunch of monsters just to mess with me. And there's no staircase down. The stairs disappear from under you. Alright, I mean, this could be a pain right here, but I think I'll manage. Oh, jeez. Well, good thing I just reached a checkpoint. I don't think I'm managing as well as I'd hoped. Yeah, I think I'll just let myself die and respawn right here. Yeah, otherwise, I'll be using a lot of stuff to get out of this jam. It's like no real point, I guess. There's more people at my grave now that I have more money. Which tells you all you need to know about people. You have nobody at your grave when you're poor. Alright, I'm back. I've respawned with the same amount of hit points as where I left off, as well as everything else. But I'm in a newly randomly generated dungeon, basically. It's kind of a similar predicament, except at least I am at the edge of a room. So again, I could kind of at worst case, like, box myself in a corner and just deal with 2 enemies at once. Although the ranged weapon guys will still fire over the heads of any other monsters in their way. Jeez. Why am I having so much trouble with these dunes here? Alright, so we got rid of that dune. I'm considering... We got a new kind of snail, by the way. Look at that. I'm considering running downward and trying to find an exit out of here. Okay. Well, it's still possible. Okay. This might be the enemy again. Your load feels lighter. He's stealing my money. Oh, I'm gonna have a worse grave thanks to him. Okay. I could try to just deal with this situation now, but I do think I would need to use a heal. Yeah, let's do it. I got a full, well, not a full potion inventory, but I got a pretty good potion inventory. So let's heal up. That increased my max HP too. I forgot it does that. That's nice. Okay, let's see what this new kind of snail can do. Never seen this one before. But I'm focusing my attacks on the ninja. The Sasuke. Alright, so this snail is beating me up a bit. It's doing some pretty... It froze me. Look at that. You can't move, it said. The Truna die. So what, the Truna die will paralyze you? I'm gonna look them up real quick in the wiki. Truna die. They paralyze you, yep. Okay, that's what they do. We're getting close to the end, folks. Oh, look, I'm still... Oh, I can't move still. Okay. Red ring, which is what? We've seen that one before. Flame ring, yeah, that's fine. This one I dropped already? No, blue scroll is sleep. That puts them to sleep, not me, I hope. Let me remind myself. Sleep. No one puts you to sleep. Okay, there's no good point to having this that I can ascertain. But I will drop it. It is garbage. Okay, I guess I gotta search for a way out of here. There we go. Silver shield again. Toss one of the steels. Got a dune. Another heal potion, nice. Alright, I am now a samurai? That's strange. Suddenly I became a samurai. I was a hero that last level, now I'm a samurai. My progression was something like, veteran, hero, samurai. The last few levels, anyway. Too bad Ryan's not here, because we could insert a lot of samurai cop jokes. Or maybe Emily would like to make samurai cop jokes. Yeah, Samurai Cop is like one of the worst movies known to man, basically, and you know, it's kind of one of those things you can find on riff tracks and whatnot. It's kind of like a wannabe Lethal Weapon. Buddy cop. The main character is supposed to have trained as... He's supposed to have trained as a samurai in Japan or something. There's no evidence throughout the movie that he's learned anything. He even mispronounces Japanese clumsily. He'd be like, oh, Fujiyama. It's hilarious. Anyway, what did I just get? Sorry, I got distracted by talking about Samurai Cop, which is one of my favorite things. I think I just got a curse removal scroll. Is that what I got? Okay. Okay, you guys are hurting me. I'm in the red. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I might need to hang around and rest a little bit, even though it carries with it the risk of running out the clock. Which, again, as we've seen, if you run out this clock, there's an invisible timer, all the monsters respawn, and they're all mad. But I have to do this a little bit or use a potion. I guess I could just use potions. I'm just gonna go up to like 250 though, and keep exploring. I'm being cheap. I may regret it. Let's go somewhere between 200 and 250, like the next increment. 230. There we go. Jeez. 185 again. 175. Okay. Do we want the meat? No, I'm at 68. Too much a risk of overeating. Purple again. Scroll, which is what is it again? Curse removal. I feel like I can drop maybe one of them. I mean, I feel like I'm not really gonna use I think I have a low risk of using cursed items. So I'll keep a slot open. Emily says, I'll bring you his head and place it on your piano. Yeah, that's a Samurai Cop joke. And she also adds that a lot of the Samurai Cop lines I immediately think of are not appropriate for this audience. Bingo. Is Arturo in the house? He also likes Samurai Cop. It's his favorite movie ever since we watched that on one of our watch parties. With the stairs, we're down and to the right a bit. I have to verbally say it or I'll forget immediately. I think they're kind of in the center of the level, but relative to where I am, down and right. Oh my god. Sasuke is giving me a hard time again. A ghost. A ghost sword. Are there any ghost axes? I don't think so. I don't even know why I bother with the axes. I kind of decide I'm not going to use them, but I don't know. I feel obligated to check everything out a little bit. Is that pretty much the whole level? I'm not even sure. I think so. Here we go. Shoot, which one was stairs? I'm gonna rewind my stream a bit so I can remind myself. I have such a horrible memory with like map layouts. If I can't like hit a screen to look at the map. Okay, it's not to the left. I think it's to the right, right? I'm replaying my... Okay, it's actually down. It's down and then... Okay, down and then right. So I have to get past these dunes. Yeah, down to the right. Thanks for the reminder, Eric. Alright, I'm not really confident with my 267 health. Well, let's see how it goes. Oh, 3 of them over there. And here comes a ninja too. 4 of them down there, actually. Oh my god. Guess I'll need another heal potion, probably. How many do I have? I mean, I shouldn't be so stingy with them. Got 3 heals and 2, what are they called? Antidotes or whatever. Recover. Alright, let's pop one. Chug, chug, chug. I'm up to 566 again, okay. Come on. Alright. Getting through it, getting through it. Taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Okay, let's charge the ninja, I guess. Try to kill him before those dunes come up. Oh, look good. A dune's coming from above. Right. Oh god, another ninja too. Keep fighting, I guess. I don't want to use like all my heals just for this though. I wonder if I should let myself die possibly. Well, maybe I'll use one more. Okay, one more heal. I gotta get some good hits in here. I guess I'm not really locking myself into any bad, you know, setups, because if I die, I'll be back at the start of this level again, pretty much from now till the end of the game, I think. Oh, I don't want to use one more, though. Ugh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I guess I might as well do it. Because again, if I say I died 3 levels from now, I'm gonna spawn back here where I was with the potions I had when I hit the checkpoint anyway. So I guess I shouldn't feel terrible about using them. But that's my last heal. Alright, I'm gonna do it anyway. It is pretty good that it does increase your max HP, because that's actually quite nice. So it kind of makes me feel a little less bad about using them all up. Alright. So there we go. I just used 3 healing potions? Ugh. Well, I do have a couple of recovers still, which also heal you. Crappy spear. They're still throwing tridents at me, jeez. What time is it? Not even 10:30, alright. I was worried it was like 11:30 or something. Okay, we got 4 ninjas. Do they come through the... I don't think they come through the hallways. Fortunately, they don't have good tactical abilities, so they can shoot over each other with their ranged weapon, but they don't... You can see they don't, like, queue up 3 in a row above me. They're queued up in a stupid way, so that's nice, at least. They can't shoot diagonally. Alright. I feel like I can handle every monster that I've seen so far, if I only have to deal with one at a time, but otherwise it can get nasty. Alright. Oh, they do come through the hallway, okay. The dreaded Dune. Alright. Was it a ghost or a sword? Steel sword, garbage. Steel is so last week. Do I want to search north? My gut is saying no, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I kind of need to rest up. So okay, I was gonna say if I waste a lot of time searching, it's not the worst thing. Oh boy. Sweet, those were good battles. Battle armor. Is that like the best armor? Or it's not the cursed one, is it? I feel like I found the cursed armor before. Let me check it out. Cheat by looking up the wiki again. Table of contents. Table of contents decided not to work for some reason. Okay. Bear with me a sec. Armor. Yeah, battle Lambada armor is the bad one. But yeah, this is the best armor in the game, the battle armor. Cool. Equipped as a battle armor. Alright. That's 22 strength. Sweet, that's 6 more than the silver head. And you can see my total armor at the bottom is 39. Oh, a new kind of ooze. I got a bad feeling this might like dissolve weapons or something. I guess I should admit I'm just cheating at this point. I'm gonna, as far as like looking up stuff. Yeah, I just want to know what these things do at this point. This is a Mercury. It steals 1 power point. Oh my goodness. I don't like that at all. And they don't go into the halls, which means I can shoot them from afar. Yep, seems like a good use case for bows. Hey, Cheesy Whiz. Cheesy Whiz says, samurais don't cheat. Okay. Hey, I'm only looking up stuff in the wiki. Otherwise, I'm playing totally clean. But yeah, mostly I've been trying to avoid looking stuff up. But now that I'm kind of late in the game, like, I don't want to extend this series like another 5 videos. But yeah, I'm going to shoot the Mercury, as it's called. I did good damage with that birdie. Oh, no, I can do it from a distance. Yeah, they don't tell you that in the wiki. So I lost some power just now. I have 62. I had 63 a moment ago. Well, that's discouraging. This is not the best way to fight them, then. It's kind of the same strategy I attempted with the Medusa. I thought that maybe it was a melee attack. Is there a way around, though? I don't want to, like... Okay, let's just do this. Alright, here we go. We're going to try it like this. I parried it. Cool. Okay, I lost 1 power. Overall, not the worst thing. But you're right, Cheesy Whiz. Samurais should have too much honor to do anything resembling cheating. Have you played this one, Cheesy Whiz? Cheesy Whiz is my coworker who he likes roguelikes. Oh, former coworker. We used to have a NetHack channel at work, and a lot of us would talk about NetHack, but all the NetHack fans have left the company at this point. Let's see. Let's drop one of the pink cans. I should probably use these things. I gotta put these Mercuries to sleep next time. And Cheesy says, never heard of this before. It's like 16-bit pixel dungeon. Yeah. It's not a bad game. I always introduce these streams where I'm playing this game with the same story, where back in the day I thought this game was terrible because I was kind of like disappointed that it didn't have so many options, like different actions you can do and all these kind of random crazy interactions like NetHack did. But I appreciate this as like a tighter design these days. And yeah, it is kind of resembling Pixel Dungeon in that regard. And you know, it's not quite as brutal in the sense that it lets you respawn every 5 levels at a checkpoint. Yeah, Cheesy, levels are randomized. I think I need to heal up. Okay. There are some fixed elements to it. Like I read there's a certain kind of trap that's always in the same place every time, which made me wonder that means some of the layouts have to be the same. And I found one level that looked suspiciously manually designed, like there was kind of a spiral structure of these corridors, it's like long winding corridors and rooms dotted along the way, sort of. So some of them seem manually designed. Or maybe some parts of it, I don't know. Let's check out what this helm is. Hyper Helm. Is that the best helm or one of the cursed ones? Hyper Helm is the best helm in the game. Yeah, let's put it on. Let's get hyper. Drops Iron Helm. Alright, this money bag might be a mimic, but I can handle that. Nope. It's real money. Wow. I'm gonna run a bit just to heal up a little bit. Waste some time. See if this is a secret door while I'm at it. Yep. So we got the stairs in the bottom left, it looks like. These guys do dish out a lot of damage. Let's rest a little bit more. We got the stairs right here. So, for Cheesy Whiz's benefit, I'll explain again that you have this kind of countdown in the back, like a timer in the background that you can't see. And it's something like a few hundred turns worth per level. And it resets per level. But when that goes off, all the monsters respawn and they all come at you. It's really bad if you're not like right by the stairs when that happens. So you have to kind of balance that with how long you spend resting. And also you have the timer that is your food counter. The F in the lower left, that's my current food supply. So you have kind of these two counters, a known one and an unknown one. With the food, you have to make sure you don't go above 80. Because then you get overstuffed and you're very slow to walk around. So every food you get gives you a random number, 10, 20, or 30 food. So I'm at 54. If I luck out and get 10 or 20, I'm good. If I'm unlucky and get 30, then I'm over my limit of 80. And I just get half the number of moves, essentially. I slow down. I think this is probably it for the level, so I could risk this now. I'll get the food. It gave me 20, so I'm at 73, which is not bad at all. I'm not 100% sure I explored it all, but I'm not confident that I'd have the time to backtrack and verify and then revisit the stairs here, so I'm gonna just exit. And you can't look at like a, you know, a map view, unfortunately. I wish you could like pause it instead of just seeing a blank screen. It would give you the whole map. You just have to be better than I am at remembering it. Uh oh, we got an army of snails up ahead. Okay. Huh. And those ones paralyze you, so that's no fun. Let's see if we can find a door. Wow, that was a lucky lucky search. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before with like 2 doors. And I don't want to trigger the next room because right now any monsters in that room will be asleep until I step in one more space. So I'm going to try to do the classic roguelike technique of fighting one at a time. Right here in the corridor. Cool, I'm a lord now. I leveled up. Snails are putting a hurting on me, unfortunately. Oh, jeez. Trunadai, they're called. Do I want a potion or not? I only got... I mean, this snail has a good chance of killing me if I don't drink a potion, but, This is what kind of lord. Cheesy says, oh good, lords can cheat, no problem. Yeah, they don't have honor, right? Only the samurai have honor. They don't want to step to the right and hope it's a safe room is kind of what I'm thinking. And rest a little bit, or just... I guess I'm going to use a potion. Following the same logic that, you know what, if I exhaust my supply and it turns out to be a fatal mistake, I'm going to respawn at 25 anyway. So why just let myself die and respawn at 25? So I'm going to use a recover potion. Cool. Yeah, that guy would have killed me, as you can see. Nasty snails. Okay, the Trunadai is dead. If I had retreated into here, there would be more Trunadai to face. But they're kind of far away. Maybe I could have rested a bunch of turns. Can't carry any more canes. And I gotta remember I got these pink canes that put them to sleep. Why do I keep forgetting about that? Gotta remember that more. At the moment, though, I have a pile of hit points so I can deal with grinding through them. Oh, good. I'm definitely gonna put this Mercury to sleep. I don't want to lose power. That's a permanent stat loss of your attack power, essentially. So that's not good to lose. Alright, so we have a Mercury and a snail. Let's let the Mercury approach and I will zap it with a pink cane to put it to sleep. Let me think about this. Positionally, do I want him to be next to me? Yes, but he might go down right now, which would not be ideal. Okay, that's good. Alright, perfect. Let's put him to sleep. With the hypnosis cane. The monster has fallen asleep. Let's kill it. Oh, wow, that was great. One shot. Sweet. Oh, but this the snail managed to paralyze me. I wasn't able to move. Oh, another one. Blue cane, what is that? Oh, lightning, I have a bunch of those. Alright, I'm gonna hypnosis again. Take that. Wow. Now, I don't think putting them to sleep makes you hit them harder or more accurately, so I think I'm just kind of lucking out with the one-shots there. But I'm not 100% sure. Black potion. Strange black liquid. Don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't like my lack of heals here. Gray potion I know is hunger, which I can throw at enemies to hurt them, actually. I have not identified black. She says, Wikipedia says this was a multiplayer only game in Japan. Wonder how that worked. Yeah, it was based on some sort of, I kind of missed that it was multiplayer, but it was like something like that you could play on I thought you could like download it from a network or something, but maybe it's like something like the Sega channel, I thought. But maybe it was an online game. But they made a home version in the form of this. I think there's also a very similar game for Game Gear, perhaps? But they gave it a different name, like Dragon something. Power up potion, let's drink it. 67 power becomes 68, nice. That'd be interesting to try it, if it is multiplayer. I never understood how a turn-based multiplayer roguelike could work. I guess it's probably has some real-time element to it. Or else maybe each player gets like, I don't know, 5 moves and then it switches to the other player. I just can't imagine if it was like, you know, roguelikes are structured that you have a whole lot of very small turns, and that would be so frustrating if every turn was round robin. It's multiple people. It would just be very awkward, I think. Anyway, let's put this Mercury to sleep as well. I'm getting low on these blue canes. Ah, okay. I'm trying to line up correctly because you don't get to choose what direction you zap them on. You have to be facing it the right direction already, which can be difficult depending on how they move. Ah, okay, parry. Oh. Use the, did I say blue cane? I meant pink cane. Alright, there we go. Oof. Oh, geez, it says maybe not multiplayer. Single player, but distributed through their online service. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. There is a, I tried playing this one, but I couldn't get it to work. There's kind of an old school roguelike called Crossfire that purports to be multiplayer. I tried it with a buddy once, but I couldn't get it to work. I was kind of curious about how that would work. Anyway, what did I pick up? A sleep scroll? That's the one that just puts me to sleep and has no value. Oh! I pressed the wrong button. Alright, well, there goes some turns wasted. Don't know how many. Alright. Come here, you still. I guess the exit's right here. So if the respawn happens, it's not a big deal. So I'm tempted to run for it because I feel like I want to save at least one of these pink canes for subsequent levels, and I'm kind of thinking about exiting anyway. Maybe I'll just do it. I'll leave the food. I'm gonna get out of here. And Cheesy said it has leaderboards like NetHack. That's pretty neat. Alright, so I escaped one Mercury to face another. Excuse me. Do I have green mapped out? No. I could just try a random cane on it. I don't know if that's a good idea. I guess on a guy who can really affect you negatively, you don't want to experiment. So I guess I'll use my last, but you know, it's better to be liberal with the usage than too stingy. You always regret having like a giant pile of magic items when you die. It's like, why didn't I use those things? Battle armor again. Cool, I have a spare in case I lose that one. I'll toss the scale. I got a new pink cane, look at that. So that's kind of great. New hypnosis cane. Hey Andy. Andy says, looks like I tuned in at an inopportune time. Huh. He says, "Hi, everybody." Why is it inopportune? Because I'm cursing the Mercuries that I'm fighting. Excuse me. Okay, we got a snail with the funny name. Trunadai. I guess, I wonder if there's any reason for me to be picking up armor anymore since I have the best one. I guess I might as well try to load up my inventory with all battle armor. There's no concept of like pluses or blessed. What is it? Oh, we got a snail, a something to my another eyeball type, and something else I don't know. Oh, more sharks. We encountered these floor sharks before, but this looks like the next level of them. They're red. They weren't reddish before, or orangish. Yes, it makes no sense, these floor sharks. But you know, you can also think of like in D&D, there's certain monsters that kind of walk through the walls, like Zorns. So you can imagine this is no more strange than a Zorn, a floor shark. Look, there is a Mercury up there. Great. For Andy's benefit, I don't like these Mercury guys, these gray blobs, because what they do is when they hit you, sometimes they subtract from your power stat permanently, which is basically the math. That's behind the math of how much damage you deal out. Oh, Andy says he tuned in right before I fat fingered to scroll. Yeah, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. But this shark is doing a ton of damage. She says you need area of area of effect attack badly. Yeah, there are these rings you can throw that they look like they're a 3x3 square, I think, but I feel like I tested that and it didn't actually do what I expected. And they also don't do much damage at this point, at the level I'm at. Let me check something. I'll check the wiki real quick though, just to test, to verify my understanding of it. But yeah, it doesn't really seem to be much of a thing in the game, except these canes. They don't really have an area of an effect, but they can do things like it's a really great cane, anti-magic. Every monster on the entire level that does some sort of an effect, like a special magical effect, it just canceled for the whole level. That's a great one. And that would be good for these Mercuries. But let me check throwing these rings. Yeah, I think it's just the one monster you hit, unfortunately. It's kind of counterintuitive, but most of the rings have an effect that are like you throw it at a monster and it does, fire damage or ice damage or whatever. Which, those things are just flavor, by the way. I haven't seen anything to indicate that, some monsters are resistant to fire or more vulnerable to ice or whatnot. But anyway, it would be cool if that did exist in the game. That's something that's kind of lacking, I feel like. But what do I want to do here? I could just retreat a bit. Every monster has like an attribute, like a flag, that of whether they pursue you through hallways or not. And the flame shark, or whatever it's called, hellfish, right? They do follow you through the halls. Okay. Alright, I'll fight it. There's another one on top of that, and all the other guys, yeah. Yeah, let's ROM hack this game to make it some kind of area of effect. So I gotta... Pardon my coughing. I need to rest up or heal up. Let me ascertain which ones of these enemies will follow me down the hall. The Trunadai will not. What's the floor guy here? The eyeball. I don't know which one that is. The most recent one we found was called Grands, but they looked different. They were a different color, I think. So I'm not sure what that one is. I'm gonna try retreating a bit and see how that... Oh, okay, that thing can shoot me, alright. Oh, is there a, I think I was confused by this, I think my current character has this helmet that looks like... It has like a bloody spike at the top. I thought that was the shark right above me, or maybe it still is, I don't know. I think it is a shark, yeah. I'm just a little confused by the graphics here. Right, I'm not in a great position. The eyeball can keep shooting at me, but I think it might be this guy here, Gogon. I don't know, I'm just making that up. Could be Chaos. That also does not pursue through the hall, though. So what I'm thinking of doing is kind of running down and around a corner and hoping I can hold off a bit. So let's try that. Ah, shark. Okay. Alright. I guess I pretty much need to heal. Or do something to the shark. Can I, lightning or whatever is not going to really help. Hypnosis would put it to sleep, but I feel like it's better for, like, mercuries and stuff. I guess I'll just use my last recover potion. Hopefully I'll find some more. I do have this kind of bad feeling that I'm, let me explain my thought process. I'm kind of banking... Oh, look, I'm a Lord Master now. Cool. I'm kind of banking on, even if I box myself into a bad corner, in that I have no potions. I'm kind of like so, and if I die, I respawn at level 25 again, whatever. And I'll have my full supply of potions again. I can try again, try to do it better this time around. But I do have a concern that level 30, which I believe has the final boss, will be a new checkpoint. And I'll be at the final boss with poorly equipped and unable to defeat it. And then I'll just kind of be stuck at that point. I mean, I could always just make emulator save states as well, but if I did it right now, I'd already be at the point of having drunk all my potions. So I don't know. So I don't know. If I do die and respawn at 25, maybe I'll consider making periodic save points in my emulator. I do feel like that is borderline cheating. Anyway, I figure I'll explore a bit just to heal up and see what I run into. Another Mercury. I mean, I guess I could just use another hypnosis, but I feel like I had another idea. What was it? Of what to use. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. I guess I might as well use it. Monster has fallen asleep and its animation stops, you know. Alright, there's a lot of food here, which I'll pass on for now. The stairs are in the, again, I always forget where stairs are unless I make some kind of verbal announcement to myself, like a mnemonic device. I'm not really sure where I am on the whole map, but it's, I think, bottom right-ish. Definitely close to the right side of the map. I'll say bottom right-ish. Bottom-ish right? Is that the right way to say it? Bottom-ish right. Secret door. Okay, that's kind of silly. Well, I've healed up while exploring quite a bit. I could heal up a little more still, though. I guess that's it, except fighting these guys and heading towards the stairs. I don't know, maybe I'll just rest a little bit longer and heal up. I don't have anything to deal with the mercury, I don't think. this point. Yeah, that sucks. What do I have again? I don't have a... I guess I could try the unknown cane for the heck of it. They don't have any other better options. I'm gonna throw a ring for the fun of it too. Here, snail, have a flame ring. To 96 damage. See, it looks like it does area of effect, but I feel like it doesn't. Like, it almost looks like it, but I don't know. I can't find any evidence that I'm really hurting multiple enemies when that happens. I'm going for it. Okay, now how do I want to deal with this, Mercury? Just go toe to toe and keep my fingers crossed. I'm gonna try the new cane. That's right. Here we go. Green cane does nothing has happened. All right. Parried the special attack. That's good. Parried again. Parried again. Oh, okay. Snails put a hurting on me. Jeez. Can't believe how tough these snails are. All right, let's face this eyeball guy now. I've never fought one of these before. It's a chaos. Okay, it's kind of one of the monsters I expected it or suspected it might have been. That is down here. Chaos. Right here. Ranged attack. All right. Oops. $300 is what its hit points. Yeah. Power 80. Okay. Nope, that's a Gogon. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Power 60. All right. So let's head out of here. Let's get the potions first, though. Or check them out at least. Black potion. I think we saw that one before. That's unidentified. Should I drink one? Let's do it. I'm gonna drink one. I'm in a kind of safe scenario. Safe situation-ish. Your body feels light as a feather. Feather fall? Oh, cool. That's speed. Speeds you up for the rest of the floor. You get one extra turn between each enemy turn. That seems like a really good one. That's something to use in a jam. Possibly great for like the final boss even. I can't see why. Yeah. If I can, that seems amazing to say for a final boss kind of situation. And the gray one I kind of informally identified as hunger, because basically I drank it, learned what it was, and I died. Then when I respawn, my in-game identification gets reset, but it is a consistent potion still. It doesn't get randomized, basically. Alright, red potion, that's a heal. Good, I need a heal. I feel much less naked with at least one heal on me. A red ring, that's the one I threw before, right? Yeah, it's a flame ring. Let's see if this is, okay. It's a mimic, no problem. Crappy spear, skull lance, that's gonna be a cursed one. I'm not even using the spear types. For Cheesy's benefit, I'll explain the 3 categories of weapons again. There's swords, axes, and spears. There's different levels of each. Axes do the most damage, but they have the worst accuracy. The reverse of that is the spear. They have the best accuracy, but worst damage. And the swords are the happy medium. I found I'm doing the best with the swords. I just overate. Great. I should have done that. I should not have done that. So I have 89 food. I need to get below 80 to be fast again. So I'm going to try to burn it off right here by pressing the A button to pass my turn a lot. And if the timer runs out, triggering the respawn, I'm just going to step right up the stairs and deal with it. But hopefully I can burn it all off. Burn off all the food. And in the meantime, I'm healing, so I probably would do this anyway, but I'm going to get fully healed before I burn off all the food, really. I think. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm gonna try to squeeze out a few more turns before they get in my like line of sight, or otherwise about to hurt me, basically. All right, let's go. Yeah, so that was not super smooth on my part because now I'm slow and right near one of these sharks. But hopefully I can No, they're gonna follow me into the hallway. All right, it's still better to duck into the hallway. Oh, look at, holy shit. Like a dragon or something. Okay. Oh, shoot, I could not, I'm blocked from the hallway. Now, I thought the dragon might be the final boss. Let me check on that. Oh, so the dragons and King, I think King Dragon is the final boss. This is probably an ordinary dragon. Yeah, it really sucks that I am blocked right here. I could use the speed potion to cancel out my slowness. What else could I do? Use a lightning cane at random. I'm not sure. I wonder if I can grind through it, through this shark, and survive to get into the corridor. The dragon does follow you into the halls. Okay, great. So much for that. I don't know. I shouldn't have eaten that damn meat. I feel like if I'm gonna use the speed potion, it's better to do it now before I get myself almost dead. I mean, the shark is gonna take several turns, and at half speed, it's gonna be a hot mess, especially with this eyeball shooting at me, and the dragon, which is gonna pounce me soon. I'm sure that'll put a hurt on me too. I guess I just gotta use it. I'm gonna use the potion of speed. Now, I don't know how the logic works. It might cancel the food. It might kind of give me the extra speed. Not like basically what I'm getting at is it might turn me to normal. It might make me extra fast, or it might not actually counter the food problem. I don't really know how it works, and the wiki doesn't really get into that nuance. I'm hoping it's not a total waste because I'm overstuffed, but I'm gonna try it, I guess. But I feel as light as a feather. All right, let's try to beat the shark. What can I say? I'm still having to make 2 moves before I attack, but it looks like they're not moving in between. They might just be slow, though. I don't know. Well, now I've got the dragon on my tail. Just zap this thing with lightning. I don't know. 30 damage is not that much. Okay, now they're both shooting me from behind. This is not good. I missed. Destroy the hellfish. Okay. Oh, great. Another room. I was hoping, like, to turn around a corner or something. And sometimes they're dumb about following you. I could still... I really don't know the probability of whether there's monsters in this next room or not. But if I take one more step, I will find out. And if there are monsters, I'll probably be in a worse situation than I'm already in. I guess I'm just going to stand and fight the dragon. And I'll have to probably chug a potion. But he doesn't want to pursue me. He's gonna stand there and shoot me, I guess. Let me test that. Huh. He's not even attacking. I'm passing my turn a bunch. And I got the eyeball in my face. Okay. Got rid of the chaos. It's gonna suck being on his final boss and I have no Basically, no good canes, no good potions. I'm gonna be drinking this in a moment. The heal potion. Okay, I gotta keep close eye on these hit points. It did 30 to me. 50. It's time. It's time to use the heal. Let me check how many hit points this guy even has. 600. Okay, I'm not really keeping track, but it's good to have a rough idea of what he has. This is rough. Anything else I got up my sleeve? Searching and rust proof, curse removal. I can throw one of these, but see how it does. I don't know. Here, have a blizzard. 72 damage, sure, great. I stabbed it for 63, so it's like, I guess a little better than my melee. All right, I killed it. Yay. All right, let's try to walk off the food situation, I guess. Another red scroll, which is which one? Teleport, nice. Might as well search for secret doors while I am walking off the food coma. I don't think you typically find more than one on a side of a wall, but that might not be a firm rule or anything. Walk it off, walk it off. Yeah. Again, I'm hesitant to actually enter a room. But I'm almost at below 80. I mean, you have to get to 79. 80 will not do it. It's good to heal up anyway. But obviously, once again, you have that background timer. It's always a concern. Alright, we're almost there. Let's just go as soon as I'm below 80. Passing, 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 passing. Alright, let's do it. One of these guys again, okay. They're not too bad, these chaos. I think I'm having this speed maintained from the potion. That's good. Elf bow, that's good. That's the best bow, I think. I'll just hold on to it. I was thinking of doing my thing where I keep a slot free, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm feeling like get all the ammunition I can, essentially. The bows are kind of mostly junk. Silver shield, scarred steel. All right, 2 eyeballs, no problem. I shouldn't be stepping here, should I? Eric says, so that green dragon was a normal enemy. Yeah, there's the regular dragons and the king dragon. That was a regular dragon. And the king dragon has 1,000 hit points. That one had 600. So, I kind of feel like, just glancing at the stats, it might not be so bad, but I'm out of all my cool tricks pretty much. I just got a potion, at least a heal potion. Nice. I don't have like any cool canes really. Healing is like the big thing though, right? What did I just get they wanted to drop? I don't know, I just forgot. Oh well. Was it a weapon? Yeah, I don't want the heavy axe. Another dragon, okay. $91, so it's at, I'm gonna try to mentally keep track of the hit points. It's at 509. That's at, I can't math fast enough. It's at 479. 435. What's the point? Alright, I killed the dragon. It's not that bad. When I'm at full health, I'm not dealing with any other nonsense at the same time. Blue cane. It's another one of these lightning, okay. Lambada armor. Let's chuck the Lambada. Of course, it's a mimic. Alright. Sorry, did I see the stairs already? I don't recall. I think I would have announced it to myself. So we got the hellfish or whatever it's called. Come and get me, hellfish. Yeah. Their pathfinding is pretty limited. Yeah, the hellfish do give me a hard time. Which way? Another hellfish. I'm gonna see if I can avoid it. Let's chuck a, I don't know, search is usually not useful. Cool, that's another teleport, great. Did I find the stairs and I forgot the location? I'm really scared I'm gonna trigger the timeout. I can't remember. It was not down here, right? Or I just found the land shark and ran away. Nothing down here. We're at the bottom right of the map. Well, it must be up here, perhaps. Searching, searching. There we go. 2 eyeballs, and there's the stairs. Whew. Ghost. I already got that right. I think we're at final boss time. Now again, I'm not sure if this is going to trigger a checkpoint. If it does, it's nice in the sense that I could keep retrying the final boss. But the bad point will be I'll be locked into this situation where I pretty much expended all my really good stuff, like my pile of potions. But hey, what else can I do at this point, right? So let's go for it. Here we go, final level of Fatal Labyrinth awaits. We get new music. And they throw a hellfish at me right away. Look at this, the level is already mapped out, it looks like. Alright, I guess we'll deal with the hellfish. First things first. Yeah, Eric, we got new music. These guys put such a hurting on me. I think like every fight with these guys, I lose like 300 or 400 hit points. Oh, God. Okay. Got a ghost here. Of course I fell for the ghost. They're not really a problem, though. Do I rest a bit before proceeding? I don't know what to do. Yeah, look, the whole level's mapped out. That's interesting. You can see the monsters in other rooms, and they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at me, it seems like. We got the Medusa heads. Excuse me. And they will reduce your max hit points, which is why they're terrible. Actually, that's a different color. That must be the Gorgon. They spell it weird, but I think they call it a Goron. A Gogon. I think that's what this is, a Gogon. They have teleport magic and chaos magic. I don't know what chaos magic is. I don't know teleport magic either, but I assume that it teleports you away randomly. Have I seen chaos before though? The Scarlet does chaos. Oh, that makes you confused. That's what chaos magic is. Yeah, so that's bad. All right. Well, you know, at least they won't drain my max hit points. But jeez, the two health sharks alone are going to give me a hard time. Let's see what I can do. Keep getting some solid hits here. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that was not bad at all. This one's bad. Oops. I think I pretty much have to spend a little time resting. I guess I should just see how dangerous this Medusa, the Gogon, is. I'm assuming it's a Gogon. I feel like dancing. Yep. Yeah, it's always annoying. But I'm not in the worst situation for it at the moment. Oof. Maybe I am. Okay, can I get out of the line of sight, please? No, the confusion makes it so I cannot control my movements. So it's kind of yeah, this is actually sucky. Okay. Well, I could find out if I respawn here or not. Or I could chug a potion. I guess I should just do my best with this life. And unfortunately chug a potion. I could try and teleport to escape. That's one strategy. I might just wind up in the midst of a bunch of other monsters, though. I'm trying to think, because if I can, like, clear out the level and I'm just fighting the boss, at that point it would be better to have the potion saved up, definitely. If I can use this teleport to get out of this jam and rest up, I feel like there's too great of a chance I'm going to be in the middle of other monsters, though, because I haven't really explored too much of the level. I cleared out much of them, so I guess I'll have to just sell for healing again, unfortunately. Alright, so I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm just having this reminder of how horrible confusion actually is. I can normally handle those eyeball guys, no problem. But when you're confused, it's horrible. And I just got teleported to some wizard dude here. Or is that like an object? Is that like the object I need to win the game or something? It could be. But I'm confused. Come on, let's go to it. Down, down. Uh-oh. Another Gogon. Teleported again. Shoot. This is the same room, I think. I think that's the one who just teleported me away a moment ago. Oh my god. Okay. It's really hard when you can't choose which direction you're walking. You've recovered. Okay, okay. How do I want to play this then? I definitely have to get to a corridor. But I want to be not aligned with the Gogon. So I'm going to go down. If I just run left, it's going to have opportunities to make me confused again. Oh, it already did it. Okay. Oh, so much for that plan. I'm trying to run left still, but I don't think it even weights your confused movements to your selected direction. It's just purely random. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So it's really a hot mess. I might just teleport myself again. I don't know. Let's do it. Here we go. See ya. Same room. I'm just in the lower right of the same room, I think. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay, I've recovered at least. Did I just see stairs? I don't think I'm mistaken. How am I gonna deal with these Gogons? I don't have a speed potion anymore. I can just use wands and stuff, but to do damage, I don't. Here, have lightning. Wow. I'm not sure if there was something like special about that, or if it was just damaged enough and I just finished it off. Probably the latter. I don't like. Again, I don't think this game has any like special weaknesses, like, you know, this monster being susceptible to fire damage, whatever. Anyway, I think this is the object I need to win. Holy Goblet. Just, oh, here comes the boss, I think. Just in a blinding light. Oh, I missed it all. Covers the world with its brilliance. Did I win? Monsters have been stamped out. Look, the stair to the roof of this castle has appeared. Oh, no, here he is. How dare you interfere in my plans? There is no escape for you now. I shall tear you to pieces. Yeah, probably. Ow. Let's look up his stats quick. He has 1,000 hit points. What's this number here? Oh, which floor is he on? Okay. He seems very similar to the dragons I were fighting already, except it has 1,000 hit points. The stat here is its attack strength 20 versus the dragon had 15. Same power. I'm not sure how attack and power differ actually. Its armor is slightly better. This one is a lot higher its experience, so I don't think that really matters. It's how many experience I get when I kill it. But it does teleport magic and cast magic. Yeah, if it confuses me, that's gonna be the end of me pretty much, I think. Well, I might as well pull out all the stops. I don't really have much in the way of those things, so I can throw this at it. What was this one again? Hunger, that does some damage if you throw it. Nah, I don't think that's gonna do a lot. Let me check though. Nah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, none of these scrolls are useful. Teleport. Where would teleport even take me? I guess just to a random square on this level? That's one of his attacks, by the way. I could throw a flame ring or something. Blizzard, I don't know. Shoot him with bow and use a... Here, I'm gonna use a lightning cane for starters. Here you go. Alright, now great, I'm already dancing. So one thing I noticed about when you're confused is if you're already facing the direction you want to shoot something, you can do that consistently in the same direction, like use a bow or whatnot, or a cane like I'm about to do. Pardon me. So I wonder if I should try to take advantage of that and use bows, or kind of just use up all my canes. I can throw rings as well. Is it worth equipping the bow though? I have to just unequip my shield if I do that. I'll be less protected. But trying to melee a badass while you're confused is pretty terrible, as we've seen. And I have no way to cure that. Maybe I will go for the bow. I don't know. I'll try it. Elf bow. For now, I'm gonna pass. He's coming towards me. I don't know. Okay. Can you shoot effectively when you're next to a guy? I think you can. But it's kind of going to come down to if he goes to the left of me or to the top of me. He went to the left. That's where I didn't want him to go. All right. I'm moving away. Moved up, but it made me go right. Moved up, and it made me go down. That's funny. Pass a turn. Okay. Oh, I did not equip my... Oh, I must have hit use instead of equip, so I'm still using melee. Alright, I don't know. I guess as long as I'm facing him, I'll throw a ring. I'm intuitively inclined to say he's probably resistant to flame, like, because of every other... I feel like any other, like, fantasy RPG, a fire-breathing dragon would have a fire resistance, but again, this doesn't seem to be a thing in this game, so I'm just going to throw the flame ring. 24 damage is something. Throw a blizzard ring. 24, and I took 65. Mood ring. Take a flame ring again. 84 that time. I've been teleported, okay. Alright. Take another flame ring. 48. I'm teleported. Right, so again, do I want to put on the bow or not? Do I have one more? No, I don't have one more, can I? I could throw the hunger potion as my last, like, ranged effect. These are all garbage again. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I ever want to actively use a teleport, but I could, I guess. I guess I'll try the elf bow. This time I'll actually equip it correctly. Alright, let's shoot, I guess. Cool, 40 damage ain't bad. It did 20 to me. Missed, and it did 60. If I had like 2 potions, I might, like healing potions, I might feel fairly confident here. But I don't, and I feel very not confident. For the heck of it, I'll try throwing the hunger potion. Here you go. Monster's getting weaker, okay. Alright, I'm in the red zone. Ouch. Well, this could be the end of me. I don't have any special... I have like nothing special I can use at this point. No potions, no canes. None of these scrolls do anything useful. I could teleport to buy myself like 5 turns maybe. Alright, we'll try it. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's exactly gonna buy me something like that, 5 turns. Am I unconfused yet? Nope. There we go. This is probably the end of me, but let's see. Critical hit, right? Missed, and I'm dead. Alright. I still don't have a fancy funeral. I don't have enough money for it. Maybe that's as fancy as it gets. Let's continue and see where I respawn. Yeah, I'm on... Oh, I'm back at 25. Oh. Alright then. Well, I think if I can budget my potions better on these earlier levels, I might be able to handle him. And I'm thinking, as part of that budgeting, if I could have, like, at least 2 recover potions, that would cancel the confusion effect a couple of times. Like, I'm trying to think of math-wise, you know, what would I need? Like, maybe 2 or 3 recovers, which also heal you, by the way. And at the moment, I think I have a bunch. Yeah, the green ones are recovered. So yeah, if I can just manage to get there without burning through all the potions, I might be in pretty good shape. But it's 11:30 here, and I don't think I can do another attempt. 11:30 here in New York. So I might have to call it right here. But yeah, that was fun. And let's do let's revisit it next time. We're gonna do it perhaps next week. Make another attempt. But that's it for tonight, guys. That was a lot of fun. But victory has eluded my grasp for tonight. Yeah, Eric says looking forward to a part 4. Yeah, we're gonna beat it in part 4. It's gonna be no sleep till the dragon is defeated. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Cheesy. It was good talking to you a little bit. And thanks to everyone else who joined. We got Eric Johnson, Andy, Stu, Emily, Ryan. Did I say Eric already? I did say Eric already. I appreciate your viewership and the chatting and everything like that. And yeah, next week we'll give this another go. But good night for now. Take care, guys.